Just last week, I had a deep analytical conversation about how society socially stratifies the people in our country. Depressing as it may be, if we just analyze how our country operates socially, even a blind man can see that society has shaped our reality to the point that people are judged according to their social class. With that in mind, I ask how discouraging it is to know that the question, "What do you do for a living?" dictates whether or not people want to be a part of our lives or depart from our presence. Consequently, this doleful reality illustrates to us how ignorant, ill informed, shallow, and narrow minded people are to believe that they are better than their fellow man or woman because they have more bang in their buck for the time being. Understand that money can lead to rewarding resources. It can buy a bigger house, it can buy a better car, it can bring all the commodities known to mankind into our possession. But at the end of the day, there is really no such thing as VIP. Yes, society claims that there are people and there are very important people. As a result, we treat them accordingly. But at the end of the day, there is neither a man nor a woman more important than you and I. I don't care who you are. You can be an all-star athlete, a world-renowned doctor, lawyer, engineer, CEO of a Fortune 500 company. It really does not matter because you bleed the same blood and breathe the same air as me. Society may label you as superhuman, but biologically speaking, you are on the same plateau as me. Therefore, what makes you think you are better than me because you are not? Let me prove my point. While I attended the University of Pittsburgh, I referred to one of my professors as Miss such and such instead of Dr. such and such. Oh boy, what a mistake. Immediately, my professor put me in my place and corrected me by saying it's Dr. such and such. Now, I didn't mean any disrespect. However, her tone proved to me that she felt blatantly disrespected. Therefore, I stopped, rewind, pressed play, and said, "I'm sorry, Dr. Such and Such," and we continued our conversation. Let me tell you that I have the utmost respect for my professors. They went through intense and rigorous works to earn that PhD, and they should be highlighted for that. When they introduce themselves, they have every right to say doctor before their first and last name, but at the end of the day, does it really matter? If they were to stand before the throne of God and God called them by their first and last name, do you really think at that point in time it would be in their best interest to say, well, excuse me, God, but it's doctor? Hell no! Let's face it, we are all born to eventually die. Therefore, when the final chapter is written in our book and we are dressed to go 6 feet under the earth's surface, all of us will decompose into the skeletal frame that holds our bodies together. Think about it. Say we were in a room that stored 3 groups of skeletons, to our right, left, and 10 feet in front of us. Will we be able to differentiate between these 3 groups of skeletons? What I mean is, will we be able to look at the group of skeletons to our right and say, hey, this group of skeletons right here belongs to the working class? Will we be able to look at the group of skeletons to our left and say, hey, this group of skeletons belong to the middle class? And will we be able to look at the group of skeletons 10 feet in front of us and say, hey, this group of skeletons belong to the upper crest? How in the world can one socially stratify skeletons when they all look the same? All they are is a structure of bones. You can't look at a skeleton and say this skeleton has more money than the skeleton next to him, so he is VIP, or in this case, VIS, very important skeleton. What I'm really trying to say is that we should never let people demean and demoralize us because society has subliminally injected in their mind that they are better than us because they have more material possessions than us. The devil is a liar. You may have more than me and you may look better than me, but at the end of the day, you are only a skeleton just like me. Hey, we can't take the house to the grave. We can't take the car to the grave. We can't take the PhD to the grave. The only thing that can be taken to the grave is our bodies, which will quickly reveal what's been hiding all these years, the skeleton. We are nothing but skeletons, and your skeleton is no better than mine. His skeleton is no better than hers. Her skeleton is no better than his. His skeleton is no better than the next man's. Her skeleton is no better than the next woman's. We are nothing but skeletons. I say all this not to talk about death because that is not the most desirable topic for discussion. Rather, I say all of this to let you and I know that we should not let society wage our worth. My brothers, although we may be struggling, know that we are strong and will survive. My sisters, don't you dare let CoverGirl make you feel like you have to cover up your face with makeup in order to feel pretty. Don't you know that you are beautiful regardless of the mascara, eyeshadow, foundation, powder, blush, lip gloss? But it does help. No man overshadows his brother, while no woman overshadows her sister, because at the end of the day, we are nothing but skeletons. We are all somebody. Contrary to what we may have or what people may think and say, we are somebody. I know that it is a struggle to ignore and overlook the fact that we may suffer from a season of struggle. Somebody may say something to us that shoots our self-esteem all up. But know at the end of the day, we are somebody. I cannot stress this enough. I believe God gave us a purpose and a plan to fulfill our purpose. This is proven to us in the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 19 through 21. It states from the King James Version, and I quote, "Do not lay up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moth and rust destroy, and where thieves break in and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust destroys, and where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." End quote. We cannot let anybody steal our joy because there is a plan for us, and I hope and pray that you believe that. We are somebody. My brother, you are somebody. My sister, you are somebody. We all are somebody. All we have to do is find our purpose and follow the plan. What's your purpose in life? What makes you tick? What makes you go? What makes you move? What makes you happy? What makes you feel like you are impacting the world in a positive way? Once you find the answers to these questions, don't be surprised if you find your purpose afterwards. You are somebody. I hope this message touched you. Thank you for listening. May peace be with you. God bless. This is Eric T. Jones. I'm out. Peace.